Hey, Switching Grooves Nation, Russ Fritz here, and man, do we have an action-packed show for you today. The dirt track world has been buzzing, reeling, and frankly, a little bit on edge after a wild week at Eldora Speedway. We've got major news on some of the biggest stars, a dive into the very rule that could literally save a championship, and some incredible human interest stories from the King's Royal that you absolutely have to hear. This isn't just about lap times and checkered flags. It's about the grit, the strategy, and the sheer heart of sprint car racing. Strap in tight because this isn't just racing, this is switching grooves. Recent events at Eldora Speedway, particularly during the high stakes Kings Royal week, saw several prominent drivers involved in significant accidents. Eldora is a demanding track, and while it often delivers thrilling competition, it can also test the limits of both machinery and human endurance. Updates on the recovery of these key figures offer a measure of relief and provide a clearer picture of their path forward. Brad Sweet, known as the Big Cat, and driver of the Casey Kane Racing number 49, experienced a severe impact to the cockpit during Saturday's event. Despite the brutal nature of the hit, Sweet was evaluated at a nearby hospital and discharged on the same night. This rapid discharge was a positive sign following such a visible incident. However, Sweet is currently recovering at home in California, managing considerable soreness and a concussion. Consequently, he will not be competing at Lernerville Speedway. The recovery from a concussion is particularly noteworthy. While immediate discharge from a hospital might suggest a quick return, a concussion is an internal brain injury with potentially delayed and less obvious symptoms. The healing process for such an injury is often less predictable than a visible fracture and may require a cautious approach to ensure complete neurological recovery. This situation underscores the growing emphasis within motorsports prioritizing driver well being, especially concerning head injuries, and sets a precedent for allowing ample recovery time rather than rushing a return to competition. Aaron Reitzel's update? Well, the full-time driver of the Ridge and Sons Racing number 87 endured several impactful collisions during a crash on Friday's the night before event. Following these incidents, he was diagnosed with a fractured right foot at the hospital. Reitzel and his family have since returned home to Iowa, where he plans to consult a specialist to begin his recovery. As a result, the Ridge and Sons number 87 will also be without its primary driver at Lernerville. The description of several scary impacts suggests that Reitzel's body sustained multiple high-force traumas, and while the fractured foot is the immediate and most apparent injury, the cumulative effects of these repeat impacts could involve other undiagnosed soft tissue damage or lingering discomfort. This indicates that his recovery might be more intricate than merely healing a bone, potentially affecting his overall physical comfort and performance upon his eventual return to the cockpit. This scenario highlights the immense physical toll that sprint car racing can impose, reinforcing the value of protective measures and rules designed to support drivers through such challenging recovery periods. An update on Tyler Courtney? Well, the driver of the Clausen Marshall Racing number 7 BC was involved in a particularly vicious multi-car crash on the opening lap of Thursday's Joker's Jackpot feature. This incident was visually jarring, causing a significant concern throughout the racing community. Courtney was transported to a hospital and underwent successful surgery, with medical professionals anticipating a full recovery over the next few months. The news of an expected full recovery is a significant positive development following such a severe incident. A multi-month recovery period for a professional athlete like Courtney involves not only extensive physical rehab, but also a potential mental component. Returning to competitive racing after experiencing such a traumatic event and fully acknowledging the inherent risks demands profound mental fortitude and courage. This forced career pause underscores the critical importance of a robust support system, including medical teams, family, and the racing team itself, in aiding athletes through such challenging times. Courtney's journey back to the cockpit will undoubtedly be a compelling storyline, serving as a testament to his resilience and inspiring others within the sport. Now, the medical provisional, which could actually be a championship lifeline. A critical element in the current Kubota high limit racing landscape is the medical provisional rule, detailed on page 24, section G, subsection C of their rulebook. This provision acts as a vital safeguard designed to prevent a single unavoidable injury from completely derailing a driver's entire championship season. Now, understanding the rule, well, the medical provisional is granted for a 10-day period to drivers who sustain injuries requiring extended healing time. During this period, the driver or car receives points based on their average finishing position plus 5 positions. I think it's actually 5 points. I think I might have actually miswrote that. So, this mechanism provides a crucial safety net, ensuring that injured drivers do not lose significant ground in the championship standings. To qualify, the driver must have been examined by a reputable doctor within the 10-day window, and the situation must be approved by high limit officials. An extension beyond the initial 10 days may be granted if necessary, subject to approval from high limit officials as well. It is important to note on an exception, the first 2 weekends of the 2025 season are not eligible for medical provisionals when calculating the average finish. However, returning cars can utilize their average finish from the previous year if needed during these initial weekends. This rule demonstrates a sophisticated balance between the maintaining competitive integrity by applying a slight competitive penalty through the plus five spots and prioritizing driver welfare. It is a proactive measure that keeps top contenders engaged in the championship even when sidelined by unforeseen circumstances, thereby sustaining the excitement of the season-long battle. The application to Sweet and Reisel's will actually benefit from this rule for the upcoming Lernerville event, a significant advantage for their championship aspirations. For Brad Sweet's number 49, his average finishing position throughout the season from Las Vegas to up to Eldora was 6.3. Applying the rule, this average is rounded down to 6, with 5 positions added, resulting in a credit of 11th place for the Lernerville feature. High Limit's official calculation confirms that Casey Kane Racing number 49 will receive a guaranteed 51 points. This effectively establishes a points floor for injured drivers, preventing a catastrophic loss that could render their eventual return meaningless for the championship. It ensures the title fight remains competitive and engaging deep into the season, rather than being decided by a single unfortunate incident. Aaron Reisel's number 87, with an average finish of 6.75, will see that number rounded up to 7, plus 5 positions, resulting in 12th place points for the Lernerville feature. The Ridge & Sons Racing number 87 is set to receive 49 points. The timing of these injuries, immediately preceding a significant scheduled break, is a fortunate circumstance for Sweet and Reisel. The upcoming 3+ week break after Lernerville before the next points paying event on August 14th or 15th at Thunderbolt Raceway in Tulare allows them to maximize the recovery period without missing additional races. This extended recovery window, combined with the 10-day provisional covering Lernerville, significantly cushions the negative impact on their championship hopes. This highlights how external factors, such as the strategic design of the racing calendar, can inadvertently play a substantial role in the championship outcomes. Now, the championship crunch for Lernerville and beyond? Well, the Kubota High Limit Racing Championship battle is incredibly tight heading into Lernerville, setting the stage for a dramatic evening and intriguing second half of the season. The current standings entering Lernerville, well, the championship points reflect an exceptionally close contest, with minimal separation among the top contenders. So I will pull up a breakdown here for everyone. The team and driver current points, Lernerville points, projected points, and post Lernerville, and projected points behind the leader post Lernerville. Casey Kane Racing number 49, Brad Sweet, 1,521, 51 provisional. 1,574 utilizing the medical provisional. Clausen Marshall Racing number 7 BC of Tyler Courtney. Well, 1,511 actual finish points actually vary on the substitute driver's finish. And that I'll get into that a little later. But the Ridge and Sons Racing number 87 of Aaron Reitzel, 1,500 current, 49 with a provisional, and that'll be 1,549 utilizing that medical provisional. Rico Abreu Racing, number 24, 1,486, and it varies on his finish because he's not injured. Murray Marks Motorsports, number 19 of Brett Marks, 1,465, and that'll vary on his finish. So, the impact for the point scenarios, well, for Lernerville, the Casey Kane Racing number 49 of Brad Sweet is guaranteed 51 points through the medical provisional. Similarly, the Ridge and Sons number 87 of Aaron Reitzel is guaranteed 49 points via the same rule. So, the situation for the Clausen Marshall Racing in number 7 BC, well, with Cole Duncan at the wheel this week, is a little different. Their points will be determined by Duncan's actual finishing position. If Cole Duncan finishes 5th in the race, the number 7 BC team would be tied with the KKR 49 going into Tulare's event. Remarkably, if Duncan secures a 4th place finish, the number 7 BC would actually be 2 points ahead of the KKR 49 entering August 15th. This means Cole Duncan could theoretically seize the points lead from Brad Sweet and the KKR 49 at Lernerville if he performs well. This aggressive strategy by CMR adds immense intrigue to the immediate championship picture. Rico Abreu, number 24, currently sits 37 points behind the leader. Even if Rico Abreu wins Lernerville, earning 77 championship points, he would still be 11 points behind the KKR 49 due to Sweet's guaranteed 51 points from the provisional. This scenario powerfully illustrates the defensive strength of the medical provisional rule. It not only keeps a sideline driver in contention, but actively shields their current position from being completely overtaken by a rival's strong performance. Brett Marks, he's actually 58 points behind in 5th position. The maximum points he can gain on Brad Sweet is actually 26. So that would actually still leave Marks 32 points behind Sweet. While he is unlikely to pass Reitzel, He does have an opportunity to move ahead of Rico Abreu and the number 7 BC if those teams encounter mechanical or other issues at Lernerville. Now, looking ahead to a schedule break, while following Lernerville, the Kubota High Limit Racing Series actually enters a significant 3+ week break before its next points paying event at Thunderbolt Speedway Raceway in Tulare, California, around August 14th and on August 15th, excuse me. This break is absolutely crucial for several reasons. For Brad Sweet and Aaron Reisel, it provides an invaluable window to continue their recovery without the pressure of missing additional points races. For Clausen Marshall Racing and their new full-time driver, Scelzi, this period is vital for building chemistry with the new car and team before the intense West Coast swing. This multi-week hiatus functions as a strategic mid-season reset for all the teams. Those that effectively utilize this downtime for recovery, strategic adjustments, and driver and team integration are likely to actually emerge stronger and more competitive. The championship picture could shift significantly after this break, as the teams that best leverage this period for preparation and recovery will likely gain an advantage, potentially setting the stage for an even more intense and unpredictable final stretch of the season. So, moving on, the 7BC saga, well, I say it's a bold and strategic gamble. Austin Marshall Racing, CMR, unlike Casey Kane Racing and Ridge and Sons, has chosen a different path for Tyler Courtney's number 7 BC. Instead of utilizing the medical provisional, CMR has opted to field a substitute driver for Lernerville, which we've already said. That's Cole Duncan. The medical provisional rule includes a specific nuance. If the owner would like to race with a different driver during this time, they can, but will not receive the guaranteed points. The owner will receive points for their finishing position for that night. CMR's decision to put a substitute driver in the car means they will earn points based on Cole Duncan's actual finishing position, rather than taking the guaranteed 11th place points that the provisional would have provided given their similar leverage average finish to Sweet. This choice actually represents a calculated, aggressive gamble. By racing, CMR opens the door to potentially earning more points than the provisional would actually guarantee, should their substitute driver actually perform well. Conversely, they also face the risk of losing ground if the substitute finishes poorly. This proactive approach to their championship contention, especially given they are currently only 12 points behind Brad Sweet, indicates a strong belief in their chosen substitute, Cole Duncan, and his ability to perform at a high level. This adds a fascinating dynamic to the championship battle and demonstrates how teams can actively shape their destiny even in challenging circumstances. So, Cole Duncan, well, he'll be the Lernerville fill-in. For Tuesday night at the Martin Memorial Silver Cup at Lernerville Speedway, Cole Duncan will take the wheel of the number 7 BC. And Duncan is a highly capable driver, boasting 9 All-Star Circuit of Champions wins in his career. His experience at Lernerville is notable, with 22 career starts, including a local win in 2011, 5 top 5s, and 11 top 10 finishes. He has also achieved strong results against the All-Stars, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th, and a top 15 against the Outlaws. His proven track record suggests he is more than capable of securing a top 10 finish at Lernerville. The choice of Cole Duncan, described as a buddy of Tyler Courtney, suggests a personal connection beyond a purely professional arrangement. This personal element can significantly boost team morale and cohesion during a crisis, as a substitute driver who is personally invested may bring an extra level of commitment and effort. This highlights the tight-knit community often found within sprint car racing, where strong relationships can contribute to enhanced on-track performance and overall team resilience during unexpected setbacks. Now, Giovanna Scelzi will be the full-time replacement. A major announcement actually confirmed that following Lernerville Speedway, Scelzi will assume driving duties of the number 7 BC for the remainder of the Kubota High Limit Racing season. So, man, this is crazy. Silly season at its best. Scelzi actually recently departed KCP Racing, where he had been running since 2020 and competed full time with the World of Outlaws. His impressive resume includes 10 World of Outlaws sprint car victories and his first career high limit racing win in 2023 at Lakeside Speedway. Crucially, Scelzi brings significant championship experience. He finished fourth in the Outlaw points at 23 and even led the championship for several weeks. His transition from being seventh in Outlaw points, over 600 points behind the leader, to potentially second in high limit points, less than 20 to 30 points behind, represents a substantial shift in his competitive landscape. Scelzi's familiarity with many of the remaining tracks on the high limit schedule is a considerable advantage. Of the 14 remaining tracks, he has won at 5: Tulare, Placerville, Bridgeport, Lakeside, and Eldora. He has only not raced at 2 of the remaining tracks: Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track and Path Valley Speedway in Pennsylvania. As a California native, he is expected to be particularly effective during the West Coast swing, which includes tracks like Tulare, Placerville, Chico, Douglas County, and Skagit, all places he has previously competed. This acquisition is not merely a replacement, but a strategic upgrade in championship potential for Clauson Marshall Racing. Scelzi's proven experience in high-pressure, full-season championship battles is a critical asset. This move signals CMR's unwavering commitment to winning the championship despite Courtney's injury, potentially transforming a significant setback into a renewed and stronger title charge. This immediately elevates the number 7 BC's championship prospects and intensifies the battle at the top of the high limit standings, showcasing the dynamic and opportunistic nature of the sprint car driving market. Despite Scelzi's impressive credentials, the team plans for him to run a couple of races together, possibly including the Knoxville Nationals before the busy West Coast stretch. This period is intended to allow the team to get the feel of each other and figure each other out with driver and crew chief. This acknowledgement underscores that even elite drivers require time to fully integrate and develop chemistry with a new car, a new crew chief, and team dynamics. Success is often a product of seamless communication, mutual trust, and understanding, not just raw individual speed. This pre-swing practice period is crucial for optimizing their performance, recognizing that ultimate success is not solely about the driver's name, but the synergy of the entire unit. So, moving on to some King Royal highlights that not too many people have talked about, that I'm calling the rise of the underdogs. Beyond the championship implications, the Kings Royal at Eldora Speedway consistently delivers compelling human stories, showcasing resilience, strategic thinking, and breakout performances from unexpected contenders. Darren driving for Rhino Racing, faced an incredibly challenging start to the Kings Royal Week. Mechanical issues and traffic delays on Wednesday meant the team arrived at the track just as hot laps were commencing. Compounding this, Nida suffered a wild flip in turns 1 and 2 that completely destroyed their new Rhino entry, a devastating setback at the outset of the biggest week of the year. After taking Thursday off to regroup, the team made a courageous decision. They brought out their family-owned car for the Friday and Saturday programs. This was a significant risk, especially given Nida's strong contention for the 2025 All-Star Circuit of Champions point title. However, the team's determination to compete in the area's biggest sprint car race prevailed. This risk ultimately paid off due to Nida's stout observation during all of his earlier heat races. He noticed Ryan Smith's exceptional success running the bottom groove in the Kreitz Racing entry. Nida recounted, I saw the 69K just drive by everybody like they were standing still on the bottom from the third row. When I saw the bottom was that good, I thought, man, if it's there if I need it. Then I rolled out there and realized how slick the track really was. All the way across, and now there was almost a car width of grip. I could run in there. So I felt like for me, it was almost a no-brainer. Well, this keen observation proved brilliant. Despite having limited starts at Eldora, Nida consistently hit his marks on the bottom every lap from the third row, even challenging for second position during the heat race. Holding his transfer spot during a restart was particularly nerve-wracking, especially while racing alongside legends like Donnie Schatz, Skylar G, Tim Schafer, and Ryan Timms. Nida described it as a full circle moment, to be competing against someone he had looked up to since childhood. Shortly after his heat race success, Nida found himself among the sports elite, being called across the stage for the King's Royal pre-race introductions, where he even had a chance to thank Ryan Smith for the inspiration. Unfortunately, Nida's impressive run in the feature ended prematurely due to a broken radiator. Uh, Despite this disappointment, he believes the strong Kings Royal performance will bolster the team's confidence for the latter half of the All-Star Circuit of Champions season, particularly noting that their short track packages are stronger than our big track packages. So, United's performance, despite the DNF, highlights a high level of racing intelligence and adaptability under immense pressure for a young driver. His willingness to deviate from conventional wisdom and exploit changing track conditions through precise observation and execution demonstrates that success often stems from flexible, intelligent decision making, not just brute force. His story is a powerful testament to how preparation, keen observation, and adaptability can transform a disastrous start into a memorable and confidence boosting performance. And next, Casey Jedrzak. From betting odds obscurity to pole position. If Nida's story was impressive, Casey Jedrzak's was truly astonishing. Prior to the King's Royal finale, it was publicly noted that Jedrzak was not even listed in the betting odds. Similar to Nida, he had skipped Thursday's Joker's Jackpot and missed the feature on Friday. During earlier heat races on Saturday, Jedrzak made the same crucial observation about the bottom of the racetrack. He stated, I just sort of watched the heat before I seen my buddy Darren Nida roll on the bottom pretty good. I knew there had to be something down there, and I knew I probably wasn't going to be the guy to pound the top as hard as these other guys were. Jeterzek committed to the bottom line for turn one, maintaining it consistently. He had a strong initial lap and began to chip away at Dazen Pursley until he overtook him. In a stunning turn of events, Casey Jeterzek earned the pole position for the King's Royal. While he eventually dropped back to finish 19th in the feature, the experience served as a massive learning opportunity. Jeterzek reflected, I learned a lot, really. You make one mistake and you're getting passed by two or three guys. I just learned a lot and focused on trying to hit my marks every lap. Jeterzek has a couple of home races scheduled before heading to Knoxville Raceway in Iowa for the 360 and the 410 Nationals. His performance at Eldora has provided him with a lot of confidence for future half-mile races. So, I can't believe it. He did a great job. Um, Casey's pole position, achieved as an unlisted underdog, reinforces the theme of observation and adaptability, elevating it to an extraordinary level. It underscores that competitive gains can arise from defying conventional wisdom and precisely exploiting changing track conditions. His pole position was a direct result of astute strategic thinking and disciplined execution. While his feature finish highlights the challenge of maintaining that pace against the sport's elite. The pole position itself is a powerful statement of its potential and ability to capitalize on unique circumstances. Jetterzek's story is immensely inspiring, proving that in sprint car racing, a keen eye for track conditions and precise driving can lead to extraordinary moments. And that, the King's Royal, is truly a stage where new stars can emerge. So, uh, I I still can't believe it. Casey, you did an awesome job, buddy. Quick update on the KCP Racing number 18. The team Scelzi actually recently departed from. A definitive decision regarding their future driver for the World of Outlaws season remains unknown. So it is confirmed that on the night before the King's Royal, which was a points paying outlaw show, they were granted show up points for that race, though the King's Royal itself was not a points event. An announcement regarding their driver is expected very soon, as the team has a busy week with the races scheduled at Baps, Lincoln, and another location in Pennsylvania. This situation demonstrates how a significant driver change in one racing series, such as Scelzi's move to high limit racing, can create a direct ripple effect in another major series, impacting team stability and driver lineups elsewhere. So, the road ahead, well, the immediate focus is on Lernerville tomorrow night for the high limit series. However, following this event, as I said before, a 3+ week break before the next event. And that event is at Thunderbolt Raceway in Tulare, California. This break is vital for several reasons. It allows injured drivers like Brad Sweet and Aaron Reisel to continue their recovery without added pressure of missing additional point races. And for Clausen Marshall Racing, this period is critical for Gio Scelzi to fully integrate with the entire team before they embark on the intense West Coast swing. This break functions as a strategic mid-season reset where teams can gain significant advantage through meticulous preparation and recovery efforts, potentially altering the competitive landscape for the remainder of the season. My takeaways, well, the recent events in Kubota high limit racing have underscored several key dynamics shaping the current season. Resilience of the racers. Despite the severity of the crashes at Eldora, the positive recovery outlooks for Tyler Courtney, Brad Sweet, and Aaron Reisel are paramount. Their determination to return to competition exemplifies the unwavering spirit characteristic of sprint car drivers. And the power of the medical provisional? Well, this rule has proven to be a transformative element for Kubota high limit racing. It effectively safeguards championship aspirations from being completely and prematurely ended by unavoidable incidents, thereby protecting drivers and maintaining the competitive integrity of the season-long points battle. And the strategic depth of the teams, well, the Clausen Marshall Racing's bold decision to field substitute drivers like Cole Duncan and Gio Scelzi, instead of opting for provisional points, uh, highlights an aggressive championship-focused strategy. This choice introduces a dynamic element to the points battle, making every race outcome even more critical and demonstrating a proactive approach to overcoming adversity. And the emergence of new talent, well, they are compelling narratives. The King's Royal, as always, delivered intense drama and showcased the immense talent and adaptability of drivers like Darren Nida and Casey Jetterzek. Their stories actually serve as powerful reminders that underdogs can rise, and that keen observation and precise, intelligent driving are as crucial as raw speed in achieving extraordinary moments in the sport. And a championship is still wide open. Well, despite the recent injuries and driver changes, the Kubota high limit racing points battle remains exceptionally tight. Every race, every strategic decision, and how teams utilize the upcoming schedule break will collectively hold magnified importance, setting the stage for explosive and unpredictable second half to the season. Well, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So you better hang on tight. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. But remember, we bring you insane motorsports moments, breakdowns, and adrenaline-packed edits every single week. Whether you live for those sideways, mudslinging dirt sliders or the rubber-throwing, paint-trading speed of NASCAR, you belong right here. Hit that subscribe button below so you never, ever miss a finish. Until next time, keep switching grooves, and I'm Russ Fritz saying race hard, stay safe, and we'll see you there.